everyone, welcome to the beautiful Mystica Retreat Center out here in Costa Rica. I wanted to take this moment today and quickly talk about something that many of us suffer from, especially mothers and new mamas, that is diastis recti. For those of you guys that don't know what diastis recti is, it is the separation of your two muscles here, the rectus abdominis muscle, so the six-pack muscles. And a lot of the times when we have babies and your uterus grows to accommodate the baby, the separation naturally happens. Now, for some women, the separation is a lot more drastic than others. But in this video today, I wanted to talk about, one, how to measure your diastis recti, two, what exercises you should be avoiding to not make it worse, and three, how to heal it and bring your core back to its natural strength. So, let's talk about, first of all, my own experience with this. As you guys know, I recently had a baby boy, and I was very careful throughout my whole pregnancy on not working my lower abdominals. And that is the first thing you want to think about when you are pregnant, is you want to stop working the rectus abdominis muscle. So no crunches, no sit-ups, nothing that would really work the six-pack. So really working on your obliques and maybe a little bit on the lower abdominals in the beginning stages of your pregnancy. So I did all of that. And now after I had a natural birth with my baby boy, I ended up measuring myself, and my doulist taught me how to do it, and I had a 2-finger separation. Now they say 1 to 2 finger separation is okay. It's considered diastis, but it's not, major. Of course, some women do suffer from way more. It could be 3 to 4 fingers. And if that's you, don't get discouraged and don't get too hard on yourself, because you can heal it. We can heal diastis recti. We just have to be very mindful, very careful, and really diligent in making sure we incorporate lots of different exercises on a daily basis to heal this muscle and bring the two muscles together. So let's talk about how we actually measure it. I'm going to show you a quick little exercise that you can do, two actually, because there's different ways you can do it. So the first easy one is to come onto your back. You're going to lie down flat, feet flat on the floor, knees up. Now, I'm just going to roll up my shirt here. I want you to rest your head on the floor, and then you're going to take your palm of your hand and just place it on your belly. Now, your palm is flat, or maybe your fingers are pressing into it. Then you're just going to do a little crunch and look forward, and then feel with your fingers the separation. So you start above the belly button first, and just see if first it's really soft, and then if you can fit 1 or 2 or maybe 3 fingers into that area. Then you do the same thing, you move down. So maybe placing your hand right along on top of your belly button, and go ahead and do the same. So right now I'm 4 months post-birth, and I still have 1 finger separation. I had 2, so I've healed myself back to having 1, and I'm still working on my strength. So I could feel that about 1 finger, I have a little tiny separation. You do the same thing even below the belly button, just seeing the different areas of your core and where the separation lies. Okay, so that's one way. Another way to actually test it is to come into a kneeling position, like as if you were to do a camel pose. And again, I'll lift my shirt so you can see. And then if you push yourself back, you'll see a little dome coning can happen right here. Now for me, thankfully, I've worked my way into healing it, so I don't see it as much anymore. But in the beginning, I still see a tiny little bit. I used to actually see a little tiny cone that would appear when I brought myself back. Actually, you can kind of see it still right here. Maybe you could see it or not. So as you can tell, I'm still there. I'm still not 100%. I'm still working on it. So that's one way you can see how bad your diastasis recti is. And of course, if it's very extreme, 4 fingers or more, I highly recommend you find a physical therapist or get some professional help from someone that can directly one-on-one work with you, because it is really important that we take care of our bodies. Because right now I'm going to tell you the things you should avoid doing, especially as you're healing your body, that can actually potentially make your diastasis even worse. So I will show you a couple of exercises, so take note of them and don't do them. So what to avoid? Of course, like I mentioned earlier, sit-ups, crunches, anything that will allow you to have to engage your rectus abdominis, which will put the pressure and actually do the opposite of what we want to do. We want to bring the muscles together, whereas when we crunch, we're pushing it and it actually pushes the muscles apart. Second is any sort of twisting, bicycle twist, or leg exercises. So you're going to be avoiding bicycle twist. That's a no if you have diastasis recti. Double leg lifts. That's a no because it pushes too much on this area. Thirdly, plank positions. Now with planks, I want to say that from my personal experience, they're a little bit on the gray side, because if you have extreme diastasis recti, then you should avoid planks. But when you start to recover a little bit, it's okay to do a plank as long as you're engaging your abdominals correctly. So if you get into a plank position and you look down and you have that same cone shape appearing, that means your abdominals are not engaged, not working properly, and that is causing you more harm. However, if you're able to go into a plank and pull the navel into the spine and not see the little cone happening, you're okay, and you can continue to slowly work your way through it. So maybe for me, my planks came in probably at about 8 to 10 weeks post-pregnancy. I started to slowly incorporate them. Until then, I did avoid planks because I needed to heal my core before going deeper. Okay? Now, what are we going to do to heal our diastasis recti? This is all the exercises that you're going to start with from the very beginning as you're slowly working your way up to strengthening your core, to when you feel like you're ready to go higher and higher, deeper and deeper into your core practice. So the first thing, really easy, what you're going to do, super beginner, super gentle on your body, is an interesting exercise that we do in the Pilates exercise. So all I want you to do is just lie flat. You're going to inhale. And when you exhale, I want you just to imagine as if you're pulling the navel into the spine, drawing the rib cage in, and pressing the lower back into the mat. So you can just do even tiny little pelvic tilts. So you open, relax, exhale, pull it in. Relax, exhale, pull it in, so pulling the navel into the spine. Then once you got a nice contraction here, moving into the next exercise is just an extension of one leg. So you keep the core engaged, navel to the spine. You're just going to slide one foot out, inhale, exhale, bring it in. Other leg, inhale, extend, exhale, bring it in. Good. And so just keeping your core strong. Your back is pressing into the mat. And maybe if you have a more slippery surface than I do right now, it's a little bit easier. Another thing you can do is if you have a hardwood floor at home, just put on a pair of socks and just allow yourself to slide, extending one leg, bending it in, extending the other leg, bending it in. Other thing you're gonna do to heal and start to bring that strength into your core safely, again, working through the Pilates, coming into your Pilates stance, is just single toe taps. Your body is grounded and rested. You're just lowering the right foot, tapping the toe. Exhale, you bring everything in. Lowering the left, tap the toe. Exhale, you bring it in. So you tap, bring it in, tap, bring it in, tap, bring it in, tap, bring it in. Now, to take it to the next level are reversed bird dogs. So your arms are extended. You're just extending your left leg away from you as your right arm reaches over your head. Exhale, pull everything in. Other side, and bring it in. So we inhale, exhale in, inhale, extend, exhale in. Now again, you guys, remember this is a little bit more progressed abdominal work. If you're at the beginning and you're doing this exercise and you begin to feel your lower back arching, so your core is not engaged, or you start to feel pain in here, then perhaps you're not ready for this yet, and you're gonna stick to just the single little toe taps, even just with the hands on the ground. Okay, so once you start to feel strong and comfortable with this first variation, that's when you can start to add the second variation with the full extension of the knee. But as anything, remember, you have to be mindful, you have to listen to your body and listen to what your body says. So if you start to feel pain, you stop. I started trying these exercises at about 4 weeks past my post-birth, and I started to feel a lot of pain, and so I had to stop and I had to go back and reverse and start from the very beginning and then come back to this. Okay, so just remember to be mindful. All right, next exercise I want to show you is a bridge position, and this is perfect again when you're at the very beginning of your recovery, and this is also wonderful to engage your pelvic floor as well. So you're relaxed. First, I want you to tuck that tailbone under and think of that Udiana Banda, so that pelvic floor, that Kegel exercise you did before you gave birth. So you're going to keep doing them after birth. Pull the navel to the spine and engaging that perineum, and then you're going to lift up vertebra by vertebra, coming up into your bridge. And now engage your glutes, engage your core. So really pull everything in, feel that strength. And then when you come down, you reverse it starting from the midline of your back, so the mid back, vertebra by vertebra, slowly and gently you come down, and that's when you relax the muscles. So again, inhale, we tuck it in, Udiana Banda, so engage the Kegels, pull everything upward in, lift it up, hold your bridge, and then you slowly lower vertebra by vertebra. And you want to do this 10-20 times a day just to really get your body connected and get that strength returning back to your body. I'll show you one more exercise which worked really well for me, and that is a modified side plank. So modified side plank, you want to be on your elbow, your knees stacked, and this is where we're working the oblique muscles, so we're not touching the rectus abdominis yet, but starting to really get that strength. So lift up, you pull the navel into the spine, and you just hold this side plank position on your knees. And then if you want to add a little bit more strength to it, you can add a little tiny pulses. So if you really are craving those crunches, this can be your version of a crunch, where you just pulse up and down, and you're going to start to feel all that work happening in the oblique area. And do each side 10 to 20 times a day. Okay, and I mean pulses a day. Now, the two more things I want to show you, which would come from the yogic traditions, that will highly help you with healing your body with your Diastasis Recti. One of them is the fire breath, and this is something I personally did every single day after my yoga practice, or even after meditation practice, not only to energize my body, but to help bring all those muscles together. So the fire breath is very fast exhalations out of your nose. So you inhale, and then you exhale really quickly and rapidly with a contraction of your belly button to your spine. So I'll show you. Inhale, exhale. As you continue to do that, you're gonna feel your abs engaging every single time, and that really brings everything in. So this is a perfect exercise you can do, I would say, about 30 times of an exhalation. So you inhale, exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Perfect. I want you to do that every single day, and not only feel your body energized, but also it's going to really help tighten everything in that midsection. Last thing I'm going to share with you, which actually that was the first thing my doula told me. She was like, you got to do the Udiana Banda and the Mula Banda all together to help you build up that strength and heal my diastis recti. So what is a Mula Banda? Mula Banda is the engagement of your pelvic floor, and it is an English translation of that would be your Kegel exercise, right? It is when you inhale and you exhale, and then you contract that particular area between your genitals and your anus, so your perineum, and you pull everything up, okay? Udiana Banda is where we inhale, we exhale all the air out, and then we pull the stomach in, almost like you're creating a hollow space. So you pull the tummy in and up. Okay, so when we connect the two bandhas together, we create this incredible healing suction in the body, which is wonderful for stimulating so much benefit into your body, a lot of blood flow, but also strengthening your pelvic floor and helping heal your diastis recti. So I'm gonna get on my knees and just show you guys so you can practice with me. I will lift up my shirt so we can practice together. So your hands, you can do this standing as well. Okay, so inhale. Now when you exhale, I want you to exhale all the air out. And then I want you to pull that perineum, so that Kegel, pull it in, and then begin to suck that area. And it's a little harder to do when I'm talking, but you suck it in and imagine like you're creating a hollowness in your rib cage. So I'm gonna do it again, not talking, so you can see it. So inhale, exhale. Exhale and release. Okay, let's do that again. So as you saw, I created this weird hollowness in my tummy. Let's do that again. So inhale. Now when you exhale, let's engage the pelvic floor and the Udiana Banda. Inhale, exhale. And come back up. Okay, so you can give this a try. There's tons more videos out there that explain the Udiana Bandas if you're wanting to dive a little bit deeper into the Banda work. But these exercises were personally something that not only have helped me get to where I am now, but that are something that I use every single day to continue heal my personal diastis recti. And I hope they bring you some benefit, and I hope that you use them in your daily life to help you heal in your journey. Because remember, it's possible. I mean, this is just a temporary separation in our abdominal muscles. We are able to heal them. We are able to bring our body back to where it was in its strength and its vibrance and health. So I hope you found this valuable. Give it a thumbs up if you want more videos like this. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and I hope to see you soon in a class. Namaste. Thank you.